Good morning. Come on in. TLC is still celebrating 27 years of transforming lives with love. We are one. Can you hear that music? I don't hear it that loud, Jay. Turn it up a little bit. Yeah, here we go. We are one. And happy birthday, TLC. Special shout out to all of our ministers, our teachers, all the people that have supported us down through the years. And we have some people that have supported us for 27 years. Good morning, Cheryl. And good morning, Bonnie Gardner, Reverend Bonnie Gardner, our prayer reverend. Good morning, Audra. We are one. And we are one with God, the most important thing. That's what we really want to remember, that we are one with God, expressions of God. That's why we can never be forsaken. We are inextricably one with Most High God, the all that is. The all that is. Good morning, Eve. Good morning, Reverend Ken. Good morning, Gwen. Good morning, Donna. God bless y'all. Good morning, Armithia. We're excited. We are thankful for the speakers we've had thus far. Pretty Brown Girl CEO, Sherry came on. Bloom Transformation, Dr. Rose. No Harm, Dr. Spencer. And today we have Dr. Diane Fabu Jackson. I'm saying she's the queen of meditation because she is. She has served TLC so well, teaching us down through the years. Meditation, our direct connection with God, which is so important. It's always been important. I just think it's even more important now because of this brand new dispensation that we're in. Good morning, Faith and Alicia. God bless y'all. I'm glad everybody's here. Good morning, Lindy Way. And Rainey, my niece. Good morning. Yeah, we're happy. We're just happy to have our community. We had a community sister, one of my besties that went back to be with God. And so many of us gathered on yesterday. And it was a beautiful time to reflect and a beautiful time to be grateful that you have a community. You know, our community is like our family. Sometimes we have our biological families, and sometimes we're closer and more understood in our spiritual communities. So we're just giving thanks. And as I begin right now, I do give thanks, Most High God. I thank you for this right now moment, for all that is. Have your way. Move us out of the way. Allow your will to be done right here and right now. And happy birthday, TLC. We're going to play our happy birthday song and move on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, TLC. I love y'all. I thank God for every person that ever came into this ministry. And I thank you that you've grown me. Lord knows I have grown. And everyone knows who has been a part of TLC that we understand that everybody is a minister. We're all leaders. God exists in everybody. The knower lives in everybody. And our ministry is really about that. We turn people on to the God within them. We don't disempower people by having them look to someone else for a guide. It is wonderful that we have ministers. It is fabulous that we have teachers. And the ultimate teacher is inside of you. And with that being said, let's go through a couple of the announcements so that you'll be clear about what's going on at TLC. And of course, you can always go to our website, transforminglovecommunity.com, transforminglovecommunity.com. If it's Monday, it's time to soak. So when you think of Monday, know that you can go right here on our prayer line, and you can go on our website and write this number down. And this password is the same every week. Reverend Danny is on her post, taking us deeper into the realm of spirit. And happy birthday to you, Danny. And we have our class on Wednesday. We've been having a marvelous time. And even if you have not been able to attend any, they stand alone. You can come this week. This week, I know for sure we're talking about the secret place of the Most High. So come and join us again. Go on our website. All the information is right there. And then we have next month. You know, November is the season of renunciation in our tradition. It's the season to let go, and it goes right along with nature. We're watching these leaves just dance off of the trees. They're not resisting. It's time to let go and let God. And let God, then you can let go. All right. So tune in. And now I am very happy. I'm happy that God allowed me to know our next speaker. She has been a counselor to me. I don't listen to everybody, and nor should you, because everybody's not your teacher, everybody's not your counselor. But when you do connect with the ones who are meant for you, it is a beautiful and a powerful thing. And that's how I feel about this sister. She has counseled me through very deep issues in my life. She's been a confidant in my life. She's someone that I can trust with my deepest feelings. She's someone that I can call and ask to pray with me, for me, around certain matters, and I will know that she is praying. And she has a great record in academia. At U of M, she did fantastic things. And she's an author. She's a poet. She's a meditation coach. She is president of DMJ Consultants. She's a minister and she's a spiritual teacher. So without further ado, I introduce to some and I bring forth to our TLC family because she's a part of it, our very own Dr. Diane Fabu Jackson.
Good morning, my sister.
Good morning. I just love you so much.
And
I'm
I
so
love
grateful
you.
for you. And I'm grateful that we have you in the D, our area. I really am, for what you bring to us. So let's just talk about, because I know that you have moved a little bit into a different type of service in the world from academia and to the spiritual realm. Let's start there.
Mhm,
Your
mhm.
why.
You know, you And I'm going to talk a little bit about this today. When you are engaged in your spiritual practice, who you really are begins to rise up in you. And so you can't separate yourself from that. So in my academic world, my spiritual self would rise up, and I would say sometimes to myself, wrong group, because I would say certain things and folks were giving me a strange look. And I began to work with that and figured out how to be in it, but not of it, and still serve. And so now what I do is I want to do more of that. I want to, Spirit has kind of download me to work with people on finding out who they really are.
Yes.
To tap into the spark that's within them so that they can navigate this terrain, this low
Yes.
frequency terrain. And so my journey has been, working with mystics and shamans and spending weekend and meditation retreats and really finding out who I am in this journey so that I can offer the gift of who I am without ego. So my work is to help individuals be totally present and to navigate this frequency, the low frequency, at a higher frequency by understanding two things. One, the nature of God and how it works in their life. And then two, some tools to activate
Yes.
that understanding.
Yes. For such a time as this, I mean, definitely that is so needed that we can have that direct connection with spirit. And like you just said, so that we can be able to navigate through this brand new terrain.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to what spirit's going to bring through you to us, the different programs and whatever spirit's going to bring through you to us, because we all need it in such a time as this. So
So
I'm looking forward. Go
I'm
ahead.
doing more with meditation circles. So I've had 3 of them this month where I bring people
Yes.
together and we set an intention to be together in a circle, and then we go into deep meditation, guided meditation, some silence, so that spirit can speak to each individual the way they need to be spoken to, and they can
Yes.
hear it through the language in which spirit has designed for them.
Exactly.
And so I just love that work because the
Yes.
reciprocity of it. I get what I give, is that receiving, giving and receiving.
Yes. And you're so good at it. That's
Thank you.
one of your many gifts.
Yes. And you've been
So
with
thank
me and I've
you.
been with you. So I love you and just thank you for honoring me by having me on the platform this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you. So without further ado, let's have her. We're ready. We're ready to receive. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. And it is my honor and pleasure to be with you today. And I just want to say again, happy birthday, TLC, 27 years of holding spaces of love for others so that transformation can occur. So today we're going to explore revolutionary restoration. How do we restore ourselves and to find out who we really are? So I'm inviting you today to perceive the time we're together as a meditation. And what that means is I'm inviting you to be totally present with me. Nothing else matters right now, only this moment. And we will have a succession of moments while we're together this morning. But I want you to be totally present. There's going to be some music you're going to listen to. I'm going to give a short message, and then I'm going to invite you to go to the kingdom with me through a meditational process. So to begin this, I would like to invite you to join me in an affirmative prayer. You may close your eyes, you may leave your eyes open, it's up to you. But I'd like to share this little tidbit with you. I was talking to a mystic about meditation, and he was saying, when you close your eyes, you close out this world and you enter an inner world. So every time you close your eyes, you shut out this frequency. And he said, it's like when you smell something like a beautiful fragrance, like the smell of a rose or lavender, you close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, it's as if you can feel the fullness and the radiance of that fragrance because you're no longer outside, you're inside experiencing it. He said, when you give or receive a juicy kiss and you close your eyes and you feel the frequency of that kiss and how it radiates through you. When you eat something that you really enjoy and you close your eyes, that piece of peach cobbler or some vegan cake that tastes so good, you close your eyes and you have this wonderful experience. You can actually taste all of the ingredients of it because you're no longer here. You're inside of your space. And so you may close your eyes during this affirmative prayer, or you may leave them open. It's up to you. But I invite you to join me in this. In a state of gratefulness. I am grateful. I'm grateful for this right now moment. I'm grateful for all of you who chose to be here in this space at this time. I'm grateful for the technology that allows us to be together, to feel each other through a frequency of streaming. And I'm grateful that we are surrounded by love and the grace of God. And it is from this consciousness of grace that I recognize the power and the presence of the living one, the divine source, the field of unconditional love, the power that is absolute, non-linear, source, massive, vast, the field of love that surrounds everything. And I'm so grateful to know that this field of love, the divine presence, the God of our understanding, is in us, through us, as us, because we are an individualized expression of the divinity of God. Oh, how grateful I am in this moment to recognize this, that I am not separate from it. I am one with it. And from this recognition, there's a realization that purple wholeness is expressing through me right now. That peace and love and solitude is a part of our being. And we are one with it. And I am so grateful and thankful that we never have to doubt that we are enough. We are enough right now. And it's from this space of realization that I give thanks. I'm so grateful and so thankful. And so I release this prayer to the law of love and faith. And so it is. Ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. And so we're going to discuss and explore how to be in the world, but not of it. Returning to who we really are. And this is a really revolutionary concept. And I'm going to address it in two ways. The first one is understanding how God works in our life. And I love the way the mystics and the indigenous people talk about it. And our ancestors who have dropped this knowledge on us. And so I want you to just consider this as we are totally present together. because we have set the intention to do that together. And the belief is that this God that we love so much is a field, a vast field of divine intelligence. It's invisible, it's non-linear, it doesn't judge. It's a field of complete vibrating energy. It is the power source that fuels everything. The mountains, the trees, the valleys, the flowers, the animal kingdom, all the kingdoms and the cosmos. It is an invisible field of total love. And its nature is to create. It's always creating. And from this field of love, energy, frequency, vibration, you came. And you came to be a representative of the field of God, the living one. You were selected to be birthed into this reality, in this dimension, for a purpose. You existed before you came in human form. You were energy, vibrating, the essence of love. You came from the field. But the field, this field of God, wanted to express itself in form, wanted to feel its nature in all forms. And you came. And at the moment of your coming, you experienced a cosmic burst. Kukasana, the mystical explosion. You came. At the moment the sperm and the egg touched, an explosion occurred, and you were encased in human form. Now, let me say that again. You come from the field, this vast field of love that is non-local, non-judgmental, non-gender, a field of powerful, powerful, radiating love. And you came by a divine appointment, and you're encased in a form that allows you to navigate this dimension. An important factor of this is that you were given everything you needed at the moment the explosion occurred. This cosmic explosion called you, your name. You were given everything. You already have everything inside you right now. And we're here to remember. We're here to remember who we really are. And so our work for restoration is to find tools so that we can remember who we really are. Now, knowing that we are spirits in human form doesn't negate the humanness of who we are, because we have to navigate this humanness. And so as a human being on a planet, in a dimension, we are exposed to all types of frequencies, a lot of low ones, collective consciousness around who we should be and who we should not be. And so our work, in order to be representatives of the field, is to figure that out. And we do it through tools, meditation, services. We read, we go to our classes. We surround ourselves with people who have high frequencies. We go to nature, because nature holds one of the highest frequencies. And when we learn how to do this, then we begin to know that we can be in it and not of it, because it's all consciousness. Our job in this dimension, on this planet, is to expand our consciousness. So what do I mean by that? To become so aware of who we really are and who we're not, so that we can do the work we were sent here to do. You see, you were sent here by love, by divine field of love, to make a difference on the planet. And that gets articulated in many ways. Our purpose gets articulated in many ways. Some of us are writers, musicians, doctors, lawyers, teachers, engineers, parents. Whatever that purpose is your divine appointment. But you have to be available for it. You have to be available to hear what Spirit wants you to do, so that you can tune out the low frequencies that are very seductive. And these tools will help us to get there. Meditation is one of those tools. Another wonderful tool that I use is, I call it mirror gazing, where you go to the mirror and you look into your eyes and you have a conversation with yourself. The elders used to tell us that our eyes are the window into the soul. We'll know that the divine presence, the divine field, the divine love of God placed a part of itself in you, so that you are a co-creator with it. So when you go and look into the mirror and you talk to yourself and you remind yourself that you are the essence of love, that you are healthy, whole, and complete, that who you are is enough, you become a co-creator through your thought pattern, which allows you to transform, to be restored. You see, the divine presence left again a spark of itself in you. And you are co-creating with it every time you think. And that's why your thoughts have to be managed. Your frequency has to be managed. And the tools that you bring into your life helps you to do that. And then you can discern how you want to be. But mirror gazing takes you into the deepest part of who you are, because you are trying to awaken the spark of God in you, so that your frequency begins to expand and who you are becomes a direct extension of it. Do you hear what I'm saying? How powerful you are. And you are here by an intentional pulse by the divine spirit. You can never be without God, because this field, this massive, vast field that's everywhere present, is around you, through you, as you. You can never be without it. But you can't go outside of yourself to touch it. It left a part of itself in you, so that you can come to it through the vehicle of you. So praying for something outside of yourself doesn't work, because the divine presence, the field, is everywhere. Creating, that's its nature. It's creating parts of you. You're changing. You're different if you are available for the change. So because we are in a human frame, we're used to, and we know the language of humanness, because we're in a human frame. We know how to navigate humanness, even though it's tough sometimes. We don't know our inner terrain as well, because we don't practice in there. We must go to the kingdom first. It's in the kingdom where we can hear the altar of our soul that's at our heart. So I really want you to get this. There's a massive field of God everywhere present, non-local, everywhere, and its nature is to create. It doesn't individualize outside of you. It individualizes inside of you. So when you go to meditation, you open the portal of God that's in you so that you can be in it and not of it, so that you can manage the stresses and disappointments and relationships in the human world, but you don't have to be a part of it. And when you experience grief, pain, and suffering, there's a place to go. You go inside to the kingdom and you use your tools to help you to manage the things outside of you. You have to go in to remember who you really are. And when I have a disappointment, I go in and I say, I remember who I really are, who I really am. I remember my health and wholeness. I remember I have a strong heart. I remember I can overcome grief. When I lost my brother unexpectedly 4 years ago, I doubted everything I'm talking about right now because it knocked me off my square, because that's what the human world does. It seduces you back into the low frequency. But I went to nature because the frequency in nature is so high and the field of God is all over there, all over nature. I went to nature because I'm a tree hugger. I went to a field of trees and I let them speak to me as I leaned against the tree. I saw a colony of butterflies surround me, because you know why? Because it is God's pleasure to give us peace. We have to be available for it and know where to go and get it. My inner self said, go to the trees, because you love trees and that's a part of your spiritual practice. It guided me to my practice so that I could open the portal to be healed from my grief. And for 6 months, I sat outside and just listened and allowed the frequency, the field of God, to flow in and out of me. And it works for all of us in our moments of distress. We have to know where to go to get restored. It's revolutionary. It's radical, because you're not asking for anything outside of yourself. As we teach at TLC, you're going to the God that's inside of you. And all the strategies that you've learned become a part of your toolkit. The classes that you take, the music that you listen to, the podcasts that you listen to, the books that you read, they're all trying to give you information to awaken the spirit within you so that you will be available for more good than you've ever expected. You are the essence of the field. The field depends on you to be its representative so that you can show up as love, even in the midst of non-love. You are the representative through the work that you do and how you serve. So I'd like to invite you to go to the kingdom with me through a meditation. And we set the intention earlier to be totally present. We're going to be totally present in the meditation. And I know sometimes you wonder, can I sit through a meditation? We want to let that thought just float away. Meditation is one of the tools that will help us to learn the language of how God speaks to you. Spirit has its own languages in each of us. Each of us have our own song that we radiate. Each of us have our own individual radiance that people feel when they're around us. Our opportunity is to step out of the low frequency and to raise our frequency to a God frequency so that we could navigate this terrain. That's what spiritual meditation is all about. We're going to use the spiritual practice of imagination as I take you into meditation. I will do a guided meditation with you, and then you will experience some silence. And then I will invite you to return from the meditation and then hold you in a space of love and frequency. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to activate our inner eye. So I want you to just tap this part of your forehead. We call this the third eye, but it's really the inner eye because we have two eyes, these two eyes, to see in this frequency, in this dimension. Your inner eye is the eye that helps you to see inside of yourself, the dimension of the divine presence, the dimension of the field, the dimension of God. So I'd like you to just tap here. And I invite you to close your eyes as you're tapping. And I invite you to inhale, and as you inhale while you're tapping, I want you to say, I remember. And you exhale and say, who I am. Continue to tap and inhale, I remember. Exhale, who I am. Again, I remember. Inhale, exhale, who I am. So you may stop tapping now, but stay in the breath. Inhaling, I remember. Exhale, who I am. Inhale, I remember. Exhale, who I am. You may breathe normally now with your eyes closed, listening to the music, listening to my voice. And we're going to use the spiritual practice of imagination. And when you use imagination, you're using your co-creative faculty. And as I walk you through a guided meditation, and if you can't see some of the things I'm inviting you to see, just know that they're there and you are experiencing them. So while you're breathing naturally, your eyes are closed, and you're totally relaxed. Nothing matters but this moment now. Nothing. You're feeling so at peace. I invite you to imagine that you're standing in front of a purple door, the gold doorknob. See it. You are dressed in white and you have removed your shoes. You can feel energy from the purple door. You don't know what it is, but you can feel it. You turn the doorknob and open the door. You enter a beautiful corridor. You step into the corridor and you can feel the cool dirt on your feet. The corridor is radiating yellow crystals on both sides of the wall. You slowly walk through the corridor. Yellow crystals are beginning to spray you with light. You feel so peaceful. You're walking slowly, allowing the cool dirt to help you to feel grounded. You reach the end of the corridor and there's a green curtain. It opens for you. And when the curtain opens, you enter a massive field of beauty. Mountains, flowers, birds, insects, a waterfall cascading in front of you, beautiful blue sky, the sun shining brightly, generating heat for your face. You feel the touch of the wind all around you. You look to the right and you see a beautiful red chair. Go to that chair and sit. You're absorbing all the sound of this beautiful terrain. There's a beautiful lake in front of you. You are feeling so grounded right now. All the elements of nature have welcomed you. And you feel a high frequency vibrating in and through you. As you look across the water, you see a bright white light floating toward you. The light is getting closer and closer until the light encases you. And now you are a ball of light. And this light has a message for you. Relax and listen. 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 You can never be without God. You are its essence. You are the field. You were given everything at the moment of your inception. We are here to remember, to awaken to its pulse by expanding our consciousness and our frequency. The light has given you your message. It's radiating that I am inside of you. Seek the kingdom first. The light is beginning to dissipate inside of you. And the light of spirit is resting on your altar, which is your heart. It's time for us to return to the corridor. You glance around this terrain, all the beauty that welcomed you into the space, and you say, thank you, thank you. You stand and walk toward the opening of the corridor. The green curtains greet you. It opens a space for you to enter the corridor. The crystals have turned pink. As you slowly walk through the corridor, the crystals spray you up with pink light. Feel it. Feel the frequencies in you. You walk up to the purple door and you stand there. And you know that you are different now. You know that you are the gift. Handpicked by the field. You know where to go to get renewed, to be restored. And you're grateful. You can never be without God. The field is everywhere. But most importantly, the spark is within you. You open the purple door and you return to this dimension. Take a deep breath in and say, I remember. Exhale, who I am. A deep breath and say, I remember. Exhale, who I am. So the being. And just breathe for a moment. Feeling the power of the frequencies that are in you right now. I am that I am. I am love. I am joy. I am peace. And so before we close, I'd like to leave you with 3 inspirational thoughts. And I want these to marinate with you. The first one is meditation is our divine connection. It's not the only tool, but it's a powerful one. And meditation is the spring from which God's peace flows into your soul. Inhale on that and say, I remember. Exhale, who I am. The next thought for you to marinate on is, you have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you. None can make you spiritual. There's no other teacher but your soul, the spark that's inside of you. Treasure the magnificent being that you are, and recognize first and foremost, you are not here as a human being only. You are spirit. Inhale on that and say, I remember who I am. And the last one for you. You are the very center of the universe. Everything that the presence of God is, everything that the presence of love is already right here awaiting your availability. You have to be available for your transformation, for your restoration. And it is God's pleasure, the field of allness, to give it to you. And we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Go forth and be the light that you were sent here from the invisible to be.
That is so amazing. Beautiful. Oh, I remember. And a lot of people are remembering in the chat, and they're feeling it. It's healing. We thank you, Dr. Fabu. We thank you.
My pleasure.
Yes. Thank you. We behold the Christ in our sister. We behold the God in her. We're so grateful that she's here on the planet for such a time as this, doing the very important work that's needed right here and right now. And thank everybody that has tuned in and Thank you for commenting. And thank you for supporting Transforming Love Community. You can go to our website and hit the word give and give in any app that you want to give in. And know that all that you give is blessed and it returns back to you 100-fold. As you give, so shall you receive. Join us. Join Danny tomorrow and soak with Reverend Danny. And join me on Wednesday as we even learn more about the kingdom, the secret place of the Most High. God bless you, and I love you. I love you all. Make it a great day.